Alright, this is great. We are against Karuga, which is terrifying, but we have the Torch. Very, very important card to have in our opener against Karuga. Alright. Captain Dinosaur, terrifying. Go ahead and consider. The good news is they don't have Leyline Binding open. Treasure Cruise is so good. I think I need to get rid of it. Though, I think I need to ensure I hit my land drops. Hey Sophia, hey Callie. I also think I need to just jam Shredder into play. I did not post to the Discord. I probably should. Alright. Alright, they grabbed a Swamp. I hope I don't get punished for not leaving Spell Pierce open and they go for like Fertile Footsteps. Yeah. Yep. That does make sense. Alright. Cammy, thank you for the 66 months. Only 600 more to go. Thank you. Hey Noel. To see you as well. I'm just gonna attack. I want to save this opt so that I can like more easily double spell my opponent's turn, because there's no guarantee I get to double spell in mine. I think this game is going to be very hard to win if my opponent is patient, but we will see, I guess. Opponent is not patient. I could save the Torch. I think I would rather fashion the Spell Pierce though. That's interesting. It does make me kill a fair amount faster. I think I have to keep it. I guess it means we're probably not returning at Phoenix next turn, but it does help me kill a lot faster. Axe is a weirdly good draw, I think. Because it means if they play a dinosaur and they don't hit a Quintorius off it, I can kill it. If they do hit a Quintorius, I can just pierce instead. So like either way, we're pretty happy. Hey Gwen. Pretty curious about the worst deck. Waste Not. There we go. Don't even need to spend time on it. Hey Espen. You're in Enchanties. That deck's not that bad. Waste Not is pretty heinous though. I don't really understand why anyone plays it or how anyone wins with it. if I'm being completely brutally honest. Oh my god, there's a Phoenix in the yard. I wanna draw cards though. Think I am throwing away this Phoenix, and that is acceptable. Worth 3 damage anyway. Are there any good guides or sideboard guides for Explorer Phoenix? Well, as it happens, I can't tell if that was a setup or a genuine question. As it happens, I have a sideboard guide and matchup guide over on my Patreon for Explorer Phoenix. So it's pretty great. Definitely recommend giving it a look. I could do like more of a general guide to playing Phoenix at some point, potentially. My experience has been that the guides on how to play decks get a lot less attention than the ones on just how to sideboard, and are also a lot more work despite getting a lot less attention, which is slightly unfortunate. 4C, I definitely understand what you just said. Thank you for the 41 months of maths related comments. And support. If I off a removal spell, I do get another counter. Me. Maybe I was meant to. Seems like we're probably gonna kill them regardless. Does kind of seem that way. Sideboarding is the hard part. I get that, like, that's legitimately how people think, but also it's so wild to me. I feel like sideboarding's the easier part, but maybe that's just me. But hey, sideboard guides are what the people want, so it's what they get. Alright, we actually won game 1 against Quintorius. Oh my god, so good. Didn't even need this torch the tower. Yeah, Phoenix builds do have a lot of like little differences. Some people play a borrower as well. I think a lot of people are starting to realize Proft's eidetic memory is really messed up. It was definitely not the case for a while. There's a little while where a lot of people didn't seem to believe in the card, but it's kind of bananas. Going lazy mode and referring to my sideboard guide because I'm pretty confident in how I sideboard in this matchup. Yeah, cool. Look, if I have a sideboard guide, I should do it right. This is what my intuition was. I do think Negate is like a bit too expensive and clunky to bring in when we have so many other good cards. So I guess this makes sense. Fable's good if we had less sideboard cards, but we're kind of sorted. A bit of me does wonder if like I could trim Phoenixes in this matchup a bit more than I do. They're pretty hard to discard. Yeah, exactly, 4C. If you understand the deck, you understand the sideboarding. Apart from like, there are some matchups that can be a bit weird. Like, I think my approach to Amalia is not necessarily obvious or intuitive. Even if you like know how to play Phoenix. But a lot of it's just like, if you know how to play the deck, you probably know which cards matter and what things scare you, etc., etc. You know? I don't think it matters what I take here. Hard to imagine it. Alright. They might just play a ramp spell next turn, and that would be annoying. I guess it's also just what's gonna happen. I kind of wonder if I want to get this Iconoclast in play first. Maybe this is wrong. I think Iconoclast would be a faster clock, but obviously gives me less card selection. And like, if I was to brick on a land, Shredder would let me see a card deeper to find one, which honestly matters quite a bit. So I don't know. I think this is good. Unfortunately, it looks like they have a Tanuki. Alright, I'm not gonna be a coward. I'm just gonna jam this. We get like 3 looks at a land. Obviously, if we brick, there's a chance that we just die, and that sucks. But the thing about this matchup is you need to not be a coward. If you play too conservatively and give them loads of time, they just win. Anyway, we bricked, so that's cool. What are the coward matchups? I mean, it just depends on your role in the matchup, right? Amalia is like a coward matchup. Because if you just like embrace cowardice in that matchup, you kind of can't lose. So you might as well, right? I don't know, again, like, I feel like if I do nothing, I'm just gonna die, and so even though this is so unlikely to work out, I should just do it. There we go. Like, Amalia is like a max cowardice matchup. Well, like, game 1, there are times where you need to not be a coward and try and kill them, but post-board, if you sideboard correctly, you can play so conservatively the entire game. And just always make sure they can't kill you and like have that be the exclusive priority. It's honestly really nice. Well. I feel like it's so unlikely to work out if I just jam Shredder, but I also just don't even know what else I'm doing at this point. My draw has just like come together really awkwardly, but I don't think I'm allowed to do nothing to make myself safer, so I guess that means I'm doing something. That is an interesting card. I believe that means we're holding Torch open instead of Spell Pierce. Yeah, that sucks. This is part of the reason you're not allowed to be a coward in this matchup. Fort Distortion existing means you just have to pressure your opponent. You have to get them dead. You're not allowed to like sit around and do nothing. We might still be okay though. Drawing Aether Gust was like pretty phenomenal. And we've got a decently fast clock. Still got 2 Phoenixes in the yard as well. Yeah, they do bring that card in versus us. Sometimes it's really good. Like, sometimes it doesn't really matter because you just, like, go fast enough to go under it, which is kind of your aim. But sometimes it's, like, backbreaking. So. That's annoying. I really wanted to wait to see what the card of my Prankster was, but I guess I'm now just doing this. Brazen Borrower. Oh, I have 3 Phoenixes though. Can I kill them? Probably not. Maybe. Maybe. What if I petty theft the Leyline Binding? I would need to. Yeah, that's like almost certainly not gonna work out. Petty theft stops me dying to like anything. I might just take it. Maybe that's crazy. Maybe I'm just meant to take Consider and try and kill them. I think I'm gonna do this though. Like, this might be wrong, but now if they cast Carnosaur, we just get to like petty theft it and buy a turn. They're dying pretty quickly. It does depend on if they hit Quint, of course. They hit a clone though, this works out. Copy of a creature or planeswalker you control. Okay, they put it in hand to play around the petty theft. That makes sense. And is also acceptable? Is that cowardice? It might have been cowardice on my part. Might have been. Believe I'm meant to do nothing here, but plausible that's incorrect. So many Phoenixes, holy shit. I wish I could return them. Good news is there's like no lands in my deck at this point. This is Trample. Yeah. Okay. Here's the tricky thing now is they're gonna hit a clone and they can always clone the Carnosaur. It's clever impersonator though. That mean I'm meant to just let it resolve and not bounce the Quintorius. And respond to a spark double instead. They would get another dinosaur. They're getting another dinosaur anyway though, right? I really want to shut down a spark double. Okay, that deals 2. It's unclear to me whether I'm dead here. Oh, good to have you here. Glad you are enjoying the stream. Right, there's the spark double. Let us bounce this Quintorius. They're gaining so much life is the problem that, like, it feels like I'm probably dead. Even if they don't combo kill me here, just because I'm not going to be able to kill them next turn. Maybe I did just have to take the consider. I feel like if I did, I would have died though. I guess it doesn't really make much of a difference. They have... Yeah, I think I am dead. I think they... deal Xaxi? We have 5. They deal 2. We go to 4. And then this is going to deal 4 as well. I think this is the final spark double. Assuming they only have 2 clever impersonators, I believe we exactly die. I wish they had a revealed card zone on Arena. I want to see what cards I want to see their sideboarding plan. But it won't actually let me see that. Alright. Yeah, took exactly lethal. All distortion is messed up. Anyway, game 3. I guess that was the game where we, like, ran pretty badly in the early game. And we still weren't, and we got 4 distortion, and we still weren't that far off, right? These are both great. Oh, I really don't know. They're both so good. Yeah, this is still the Quint match. Might be a mistake. I think taking the memory is pretty nice though. I think it's going to allow us to convert to a much faster kill once we find a threat. Or we can always just run out the Borrower if we need. And that's fine too. I think they have a binding. That's the other thing. If they end up binding this, it was still like a 2-for-1. Which isn't really what the matchup's about, but still, you know, fine for us. Okay. Right, say go with 3 mana open. Obviously we can't interact with Tanuki. I think I'm just running this out. We need to start killing them. It means when we fire off these considers, the Borrower's gonna grow. Might just end up getting killed, but that's fine. If they like fire off a Carnosaur at it, I don't really care. Team Vents. I really want to hit my land drop this turn, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm definitely now allowed to cast another one. Whether I cast a 3rd one or not, I'm uncertain on. Well, I guess that answers that. It would have been pretty nice to like get the Borrower to 4 toughness. They have a couple cards that would matter against, but getting to fire off the Free the Fae this turn, if they don't do anything threatening, is really appealing. Leyline Binding. Taking the Borrower. Acceptable. Right. Gains 3 life, grabs another land. Still 2 turns away from Distortion. Obviously, it is looming. If we find a cruise off this Prankster, it's going to grow real large real quick off this Eidetic memory. They grab second mountain, so that means they probably are planning on Soaring. And we are very happy to have the Aether Gust. It also means they probably don't have Cavern of Souls in hand. Why would they need 4 mana open? Oh, they had the weird sacrifice spell in their deck last game. Alright. Draw 3 cards. Oh, I didn't hit a land. That's actually really awkward. That's really, really awkward. I believe I need to look for one. It's like really bad if it doesn't work out though. Also like not great if it's a tap land, because then I'm just like not pressuring them, right? Okay, incredible. Play this. If they go to answer my creature, I'm not going to be able to fight back with these pierces because I need to not die to Quint, but okay, I wouldn't be able to fight back anyway, and also this is a pretty acceptable exchange, I think. In a lot of danger. Are they going to binding my Eidetic memory? Okay. So if I counter this, I literally die to Quintorius. And if I don't counter this, I basically die to Fort Distortion in 2 turns. So kind of either way, it's pretty bad for me. Different art bindings. I don't know, you use what you use. You use what you have. Whatever, you know what I mean. Words, words, words. Alright, fire off this. I feel like I'm in a lot of danger right now. Mystical Dispute is nominally a good card, but I have to kill them. I already have lots of interaction. Probably just imported the list. The other thing is if you already own rare bindings, Mythic wildcards are more affordable and the Mythic printing is more recent. So if you have a couple rares, you'd probably end up crafting a couple Mythics. For the ones you're missing. So like it does actually just make sense that you'd end up with that split some amount of the time. Oh, with Timeless decks? That makes sense. I feel like not that many people play Timeless, but... Oh boy, I'm gonna get Fort Distortioned into Oblivion. It's gonna suck. I should leave creatures in my yard, I guess. To the extent that that will actually matter in the face of Fort Distortion. Thank you for that resub, Mayrosa. Thank you for that tier 2. Oh yeah. I guess. I should probably spell pierce that. It means if they have a Carnosaur, I can't counter it, but everything else I can counter, other than Fort Distortion, which, you know, I would lose the game on the spot too. Let's just hope they don't have it. That's a bunch of Phoenixes in hand. No, sure. Alright, opponent. Please have mercy. Please don't do it. That one is good, but beatable. We do really want them to, yeah, like no matter what they hit, we get to counter it, right? Yeah. We can just dispute this. And they have a 7/6. And that's fine. Ruse. Yes, sir. Seven in yard. What I could do is fire off this torch and then cruise. For the most deranged play. Kinda like it. You can play Fort Distortion against control decks and just hope they don't have Narset's Reversal. Like, Phoenix and Control are kind of the two big ones. Maybe you'd bring it in against Lotus too, though Lotus isn't a thing in Explorer, of course. Alright, just gonna hope that a Gust or a Pierce is enough to save me against whatever they do. And then, like, we are threatening lethal next turn. Cast Phoenix, attack 3 Phoenixes, probably a token gets into. Almost across that finish line. Spark Double. A copy of a creature or planeswalker you control. Neat. Very good. Alright, we didn't get Fort Distortion, so we won. Easy. I used to never win against Quintorius. We lost like 4 matches in a row against Quintorius. And now that I've learned how to play the matchup, I feel like we just never lose to them. Crazy. 67%, wow. I didn't realize the percentages went that low. As an inane comment as that sounds. I legitimately haven't seen anything below like 70 or 80 before. Oh, bargaining for the scry. I don't really care about killing the dino. But maybe the scry could have been nice. Not like the token would have mattered, right? Bit of me wants to play this. Because if they're a discard deck, I really want to have this in play. And if I play this, this can just get killed by a push. Yeah. This is obviously lower value in the world where everything goes to plan and to our benefit. Like, obviously in that world, we'd rather have a Shredder and be growing it. But, I don't know. I think this is just fine. So. Oh, blue-black. That's interesting. Yago is ready to boggle. Enigma Jewel, fun. Alright. Opponent's up to something. Opponent is up to something. There's almost an argument for discarding something that's not the Phoenix, weirdly, but they are cooking. There's like some weird world where our Sleight of Hand bricks, and then we want like non-Phoenix cards to cruise away, and we also want to like have a creature we can cast if our Shredder dies. I don't know. Pretty unlikely. We are going to get Field of Ruin into Oblivion, but also we're going to get to Free the Fae. So. Also, they apparently don't have much, which is nice too. 8. Incredible. Love to see 7 cards and a Phoenix in the yard. Let's grow that shredder. Red in time. Well, those are lightning axes. We might end up fire impulsing our shredder in a moment. 3 of a kind, indeed. 3 copies of a card I'm not terribly excited to see. Probably gonna discard one. Another Phoenix, huh? Impulse this. Get in there with the team. Group play to randomly win the game somehow with their Enigma Duel deck. I don't know. Thanks to the free of the fame for cruise fodder. Indeed, indeed. The mono Field of Ruin plan is actually legitimately a bit scary for us. But the fact we drew 0 islands and my opponent did nothing else makes it like probably a bit more bearable. Nice, nice. So shockingly, I've never played against this matchup before and have no idea how to sideboard. I have no idea what's in their deck. I can probably trim some removal spells though. They don't register that card enough. Cut down is very good. I definitely agree that is a card that is not registered enough. The best deck is the one that's the most fun. I mean, that would also be Phoenix. Very famous Enigma Jewels deck. Alright, I don't know the text on Enigma Jewel. It doesn't pay for Spell Pierce, right? I assume it doesn't. I kind of just want a bunch of threats. I don't really know which interaction is even good against them. I kind of just want a pile of threats. Yeah, Negate can only be so bad. I was kind of thinking that. Rug. We don't know what's going on. It'll be fine. Alright, let's read this Enigma Jewel card. Thank you for linking it. Only to activate abilities. Okay, it does not pay for activating the ability of getting faster spell pierce. Oh, they have the card. Genuinely don't know. I have a bunch of threats I just want to tap out for, so the spell pierce is not like super appealing. I'm not sure what I'm scared of at the moment, so kind of hard to take it from that perspective too. Oh, that's a cute card. Pool of Storm Giants, play Shredder? Why not? Alright, oh my god. What a card. What a card. That picks is pretty sick too. Alright, let's just get this Fable down. The next time we can Prismari Command this damn fair. Prismari Command last minute edition literally at the start of the stream. So, you know, that paid off, I guess. I was kind of missing it. Alright. A lot of Phoenixes you put in my yard, friend. Psychic damage. Negate is like kind of a banger. So we can't return the Phoenixes this turn realistically, but we can do it next turn. Hey, Kestrel. do this. Get in there. Say go. They play Mill Jace too. Yeah, that sounds likely. That's a good shout, Cammy. Definitely bringing in Mystical Disputes if this goes to a game 3. So, you know. Petty Theft's pretty good against this, right? That's one to keep in mind. Destroy target artifact and deal 2. I guess. Could also just make a treasure. Maybe that would be better. Wait, I don't get to negate it. Oh, I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I should have done it in my turn. So bad at Magic. God. Wow, that's such a big mistake as well. So silly. Just the silliest. Feel like we're probably still gonna be fine, but if I pay for this, I can still negate in their turn, right? If I don't pay for this, do I have a cruise left in my deck? 1, 2, 3, I do. Might be bad. Alright, that gets back Phoenixes. Amazing. Oh, it doesn't. I'm so silly. I'm not used to like playing against Stamping Spur. I'm also just very head empty today, apparently. This is fine. Alright, they say go, and then they probably die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cannot quite activate Haul. That is acceptable, though. I can go for Consider instead. Mono spacebar aggro, the dream. How all decks were meant to be, honestly. Almost a whole deck of cards. Thank you for the 48 months. I mean, if it's a limited deck, you're already there. Just saying. Weird. I could go for returning Phoenixes, but then I die to a bunch of stuff, and I can just hold open Negate instead. And that's probably fine. Right. Oh, activating this was kind of bad, because now they can stop 4 damage with a removal spell instead of just 2. Interesting. They, in fact, do not get to do that. Alright. Like 48 cards most. There are legitimately... I don't advocate it. But there are legitimately formats where you did very occasionally want more than 40 cards. There have been Golgari decks that have wanted that. Where, like, you mill yourself consistently enough that you're at risk of decking. But also don't do it. Also don't do it. You got to take out all my reflections of Kiki Jiki. Indeed, indeed. I feel like I played that game about as awfully as humanly possible. And